I'm gonna show you what you need to use for trapping muskrat. Basically, the two traps I use mainly for muskrat is a number 1.5. It's a Duke number 1.5, and then a 110, Convair 110. And one thing, they use a muskrat stretcher. It's just a standard male and female stretcher. It fits both. But with 1.5s, there's many ways to trap with these for muskrats. You can set them in pocket sets. You can set them on the rat floats. I have a few rat floats right here. There's one, and then here's another one. But you can set them on top of the rat floats, and I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. And then there's a way you can chop into a rat hut. You can chop into it with either, in the fall, you can do it with your trapper's trowel, or some kind of shovel, some kind of spade, anything that's kind of small. And then in winter you can make pocket sets, and they'll be swimming up streams for the pocket sets too. So that works also. And then another thing for runs is a colony trap. These are pretty neat if you've never seen a colony trap. They have these two wire bars up here, and then there's the two doors, and then to save some space, they just you lift up the doors and you lift up those wire racks, and they just fold right up like this, and then you can just pop it back up, pop the doors down, put those two metal bars I showed you down, and then it's just as sturdy as a live trap. Same thing, but no trigger. They just swim in through these doors. And then here, just like that, swim in and the door closes. Put your little bait box up here, hang it right in the middle. So there's the colony trap. That's one way to trap muskrats. You set them in the runs with your bait box in the middle. And then with these, I always have a nail on the bottom, a bent nail, like this. I don't know if you can see it from there, but, and then wire. And depending on how deep the water is, you might need more wire. It just all depends on the depth of the pond or the lake or wherever you're going. This is basically your anchor. You anchor your wire up to something, and then stick this on top of the water so it floats. And then where you set your 1.5, you set your 1.5 right on here. With rat floats, I usually have enough time to wrap around and then come back and just have a quick snap and hook it back onto the chain. You don't have all this wire and wrap around here when you're doing it. And then with the rat floats, once your trap's up there, you can set your bait all up here. They usually, like, for bait, what I usually do is take some grass, lay it on each side of the float, and then I take carrots, potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, all that, and just put it up on here. They like vegetables. They love vegetables, actually. And then here's another style rat trap. You stick it upside down like that, and then like this. You can either have it this way and set your trap in the middle, and then have your bait on this side, or you can flip it under like this, have your bait and stuff back in this corner, and then set your trap right here and wrap it around there. And a quick snap it just like that. So it'll sit like that. And then with the Convair, you're going to want a lath. A lath is just a long piece of wood that comes to a point at the end. The point is to stick it in the mud and stuff. And then this Obviously it's so long because it could be in deep water. But there's a spring right there for the conibear, right here. And you stick the lat right through the conibear. You kind of have it at an angle, or you can have it like this. I usually have mine at this angle. So then, let's see here. As you can see, when this is in the ground, there'll be pressure on it. And you just wrap your chain. You wrap your chain around there. Once it's in the water, it should sit just like that. And if that doesn't work, you can always turn your lat this way, like that, and stick it up there at an angle, and like that. Or you can stick it through the spring. And it takes a little bit more to get through the springs, but you just kind of shove it down. Lats are the perfect size to fit into 110 springs, so they're just right in there. And you stake this down the ground, stick the 110 up like that. Once it's in, once it's on the spring like that, it'll sit just like that. And you stick this 110 so it's sitting right in the run. And the advantage of these long lats is, once you stick it in there, it's long enough to where it can get to nice and deep water, and it just kind of sits in the run just like that. What I usually do is I put a potato on the trigger, so then once they swim through, they get on that potato, and they like potatoes for some reason. They're usually used for 110 trigger bait. And then you just pull that right up out of the water, and you'll be set. And that's basically it for muskrat trapping this winter. I'll have a segment on how to trap muskrat huts. The thing about muskrat huts, when you trap them, you want to make sure that you have the muskrat hut completely covered back up. And then this fall I'll have segments on trapping runs, so you guys can see that too. That's it for the muskrat trapping segment. I'll get a segment on here of fox, coyote, weasel, and all that trapping too, so you can all see that also. And thanks for watching my videos. Have a great day, and comment and subscribe. Thanks.